What's up, you guys? Today we get the answer to the question, where do your stairs lead to? So I'm gonna be showing you guys my finished basement tour today. It's been such a labor of love. When I first showed you guys the project, you guys saw it was just naked concrete floor, no studs, no drywall, and to be able to finish this big space, I think we finished like 2,400 square feet worth of space. It's just been so much fun. So I'm gonna show you guys around, and before I get started, I have to give the biggest shout out to Colorado Basement Company, Dave, Deb, and Eric. They're the best team ever. In terms of execution, everything was phenomenal. And working with them, like, they're practically like family now. So if you guys are in the Denver area, I'll include all their information down below. Also down below, I'm gonna include as many details as possible on all of the finishes and the things that I mentioned. I'm gonna try to be as detailed as possible within the video itself, but hopefully it answers a lot of your questions because I know you guys have been following along for a long time. So I love you guys so much, and on that note, let's get started. All right, so quick overview of the basement project in general. We finished about like 2,400 square feet, and then we also have some extra unfinished storage area that I'll show you really quickly later. And then for the actual flooring that you see in the entirety of this basement, this is LVP from Floor & Decor. I was in shock at not only the cost effectiveness of the LVP, but the actual look of this selection that I picked, this Aquaguard. It looks so close to the European oak hardwood floors that I have upstairs. So there's so much fluidity in terms of like the aesthetic and the flooring, but the LVP is great for wet areas or basement areas that are high traffic, heavy duty, and susceptible to water moisture. So we got that running in this whole entirety of this basement. Let's go ahead and break down each of the areas. Starting off with the communal spaces, I have this large rectangular open space that I wanted to house 3 distinct gathering points. So on one side, I wanted it to be like the children's play area. We have the cubbies, the toys, play mats, just everything for the kids to go bananas and have fun. And then in the center, I wanted a large dining room set, just a big table for board games or eating, working, just a nice gathering spot with chairs, whether it be circular or rectangular. And then on this last side, this is like the theater room. I wanted a large sectional sofa, U-shaped or L-shaped. And then tucked in this corner here is the accent wall for the TV. This is Iron Ore by Sherwin-Williams. I love that it's a nice dark charcoal so that the TV could kind of melt into the wall, and also to make the screen really stand out when it was dark. I wanted to do a row of cabinets from the Besta units at IKEA, just like I have upstairs. And the Colorado Basement Company did all of the electrical so that everything was seamless behind the TV and no wires were sticking out. I love the vertical shiplap for the accent wall so that the paint stuck to a smooth surface, but the vertical lines make it very modern, breaks things up. And then the molding around the whole room also ties it together. I wanted something to just break up all the white walls, give it some visual interest, and then of course tie that large space together in and of itself. Then moving on to the kitchen, I loved how everything turned out. I gave Dave a sketch that I made in Photoshop and he just made it come to life. So my thing about this area was I wanted to tie the rooms and the living room together into another nice communal space. People can sit in this long skinny island with bar stools to eat and congregate. I really wanted this kitchen to expand the entirety of the walkway to feel really expansive and grand, like a supersized wet bar. People can come and make drinks, popcorn, frozen snacks for the kids. Another great communal spot that's separate from the living area. So details on this kitchen, we have a super long wall of kitchen lower cabinets, and then we have a pony wall island that stretches that same length, and then we have 2 almost like towers that house the fridge and freezer units. So the first step was to create the actual line of cabinets. I feel like I can be a IKEA section kitchen designer like forever because I love the system so much. I've used it so much upstairs, and I have so many of my favorite configurations that I know I would use over and over again if I renovate another space. So I basically created some of my favorite layouts for the drawers, like the triple drawers and then the big double ones. I have a sink base for, of course, the sink and the faucet, and then I left an open area for the dishwasher. The great thing about the IKEA system is that it is a very cheap cabinet base. The storage capabilities and combinations are incredible. All of the drawers our soft close. You can customize these cheaper bases with either the IKEA cabinet fronts, or you can go custom with other companies, which I've done before, like upstairs in my kitchen. And then you can really luxe things out with like special hardware. So anyway, what you see here are the IKEA section kitchen cabinet bases, plus the IKEA AXSTAD matte white cabinet and drawer fronts. And then I luxed things out with specialized hardware from the Ultra Design Center here in Denver. It's the best. It is so good. And I took you guys on the shopping trip on my Instagram stories if you guys caught that. But these handle pulls are from a brand called Atlas Hardwares, I believe. And I love that they're a modern vintage mix. But I selected these in particular because it matches so well with the brass color and undertone in the faucet. This is a gooseneck pull down faucet. It is gorgeous. I believe it's from a company called Kraus. Again, I'll be linking everything for you guys down below. But what I really love about this mix is that you have the black and this like olive toned brass, and then you have this black stainless steel squared off sink with the really cool button that's integrated into the countertop for the garbage disposal. It looks so sleek and gorgeous. And speaking of these countertops, I also took you guys granite and quartz shopping. If you guys missed that, if you guys didn't, I have it in my highlights and you guys should watch it. But you guys helped me pick the final selections, and I went with both of them. So we have a leathered honed black granite for the sink wall, and I got it from one of my favorite shops in town called Francini's. They have such great selections, and I normally wouldn't do granite, but this is just the perfect super dark matte look with subtle creamy veining that I was looking for. And then for the island, you guys also voted that I should do two-tone, and I'm so glad I did. Thank you guys so much. We did a white quartz. I believe this is from NuStone, with just very subtle gray veining. I really love the fact that, you know, it has the whole white, black, minimalist vibe that I'm into, but those thicky custom-made wood shelves floating on the top ties everything together, adds some warmth, and matches with the LVP on the floor. And then to tie everything together, I have Floor and Decor tile. I really love this tile because it looks exactly like Italian Zelig hand glazed tiles, but without the super thickness, the difficulty to install, and it's just at a fraction of the price. This one that I have in particular is great because it has that nice variation. There are different tones of gray, cream, and again, it just pulls everything together, gives some visual interest outside of the pure white walls, and I am just so pleased with how everything turned out. In terms of the appliances in here, I have just a simple white dishwasher, and then we have these fridge freezer units. These are really cool because it's like a singular space, but then you can designate freezer or fridge temperatures for your specific purpose. So I have two so that they're symmetrical. One could be a freezer, one could be a fridge, and I just did everything white to blend into all the white cabinets in the front. And then for the actual island itself, again, this is a pony wall. There's no cabinetry or storage. It's just, I wanted it to be as skinny as possible so it doesn't eat up into the walkway. And then the vertical shiplap kind of ties into the accent wall that you see in the living room. Then on the other side of the kitchen area, I have two large storage closets. Like, I have too much stuff, okay? I know. But one side I wanted to do shelving so that you can stack board games, or here I have all of Clark's baby stuff that I'm going to be donating to my cousin who's going to have his baby boy. And then on the other side, I have just one long bar for coats because Colorado, you need it for the winter time. So this could be like a all year storage area. Moving on to the other side of the basement, this is where all the bedrooms are. This first one, I wanted to be like a cozy lovebird retreat. I have this rigged so that you can turn on these floating pendants from the ceiling that flank each side of like a king size bed. This is a nice way to create some lighting ambiance. And then Dave and Deb and Eric were able to put light switches next to the bed or like tucked behind the bed frame so that you can turn off the light from the bed without leaving it. Super convenient, super moody. Then on the side, we have the storage area. I have this really cool bookshelf open niche area for tchotchkes. And then the reach-in closet is so massive. It's like a double reach-in closet with 4 French doors. What I really love is that my mom was able to customize exactly what she wanted in terms of the storage. We have shelving, we have long hanging, and then double short hanging closet space. Then on this wall, I have it electrical wired to be like a TV wall. This room is honestly so big, you can fit like a desk, or you can fit an extra seating area in front of the bed. Like, it's just a really great spot where you can disappear from the rest of the house. Then moving down the hallway, we have the main bathroom for the basement. I love how everything turned out in terms of the layout. It really doesn't feel like it's taking up too much of a footprint, but it feels so expansive in the way that they laid it out. We have this great double vanity that Deb found. I love all the extra storage with the smaller drawers. And then if you notice the countertop, this is the leftover remnant from the kitchen area. So I was so happy to be able to use 2 different spaces out of 1 slab. This is the honed leather black granite. I have round oval sinks and then this gorgeous polished nickel modern faucet plumbing. And then we have some arched narrow vertical mirrors with some nice modern bath lighting on top. All of that I think I got from Wayfair. Oh, and the hardware I also got from Ultra Design Center at that same shopping trip. I basically took the one that came with the vanity to make sure that I got the right size, and then I swapped it all out with a matte black set that I liked even more. Then for the glass surround shower, this is so stunning. The minimal hardware with that matte black brackets just looks so great. Thank you so much again, Dave and Deb and Eric. They made this all happen. And then for the tile, this is the same tile that you see in the kitchen, but it is the white color, so there's no variation, and it's stacked vertically for a more modern look. And then we have the hexagon mosaic in the shower pan in a nice like marbled gray and white finish. And they also were able to incorporate a shower caddy in this, which is really, really cool. Nice storage is integrated. Everything is matte black in terms of the accessories like the towel bar and then also the shower head. And then lastly, for this open area, I wanted just some nice open storage with the shelving, just like the bedroom next door. And then that area underneath, I was like, this is so perfect for like a clothing hamper, so people could put their dirty laundry or their towels in there. So that was the vision for the space, perfectly executed, and I'm so thoroughly happy. Okay, you guys are gonna gag. So this is the one part that I did not show you guys during the process, but I got Dave and Deb and Eric to make me a little Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets, girl. Or like in Meet the Parents, where Robert De Niro goes into his little like CIA cave. Like, this is my CIA cave. So basically you open this and it's like 2 sets of shelves, like a simple storage or linen closet, and then this back bookshelf actually is a door, and you can crack this open. It's all held together by like magnetic brackets, and you can get in there and hide all your secret stuff in there. That's all I'm saying. I hope you guys dig it. That was like my dream, and it came true. Then moving on to this middle room, this is like the office. I have a simple reach-in closet back here, which I was like, this would be so perfect to have like a low filing cabinet and then like the printer section on top. It also has a bar on the top in case someone needs to actually store clothes. My God, this is very descriptive for a basic closet. It's a basic closet. Then over in the other corner, I have another area that I was able to fit some bookshelf kind of open niches. The thing that's so weird about this bottom area is that I removed one of the shelves so that I could put my tripod and lighting equipment in here. So I measured it perfectly to the tallest like stick thing that I had. I was gonna jam this all in here, so that's why it looks like that. Then I was gonna float a large desk in the middle of this room, and it just be like a very tranquil office space. Then moving on to the last bedroom, this one is massive. If you guys remember, this was supposed to be my gym, but I ended up going to an outside gym, which you guys can see on my Instagram too, because I put my fitness reels on there in case you want to check one out. But this one ends up being like the main room that most of the guests stay in. It is a mishmash of random stuff in here. We have an air mattress on top of a bed frame. I got some cute IKEA nightstands in here. A lot of the excess leftover furniture just dies in here, but it ends up being a very cozy functional space. In this back area, you'll see 2 doors. One door is the water softener for the whole house. Y'all, I don't know if this is a scam, but I legit love this filtration system. The water feels like velvet. It's attached to the reverse osmosis water machine in the kitchen, so it stays in there. And then the next door is the walk-in closet. I really like how they designed this because there is really great shelving space for folded clothes, and then we have double hanging. Like, you can really cram a lot of good stuff in here. And then last minute, if you guys also remember, we added a bathroom, which was so cool because this is a full-size great bathroom with the same aesthetic as the other one down the hallway, but it's more cost effective because we have a simple plastic pan on the bottom of the shower. We utilize the leftover tiles for the shower, so it's got that same vertical look. And then we have like sliding glass doors on matte black, kind of like barn door style hinges mechanisms. And then we got a Lowe's vanity, simple and white. That marble countertop came with it, by the way. And then we use the same mirrors to tie it all together with also cheaper lighting from Lowe's. That is that space. And then last but not least, I'm not going to go into this, but we also have unfinished storage area down here. And then we also have this additional storage area for even more of my crap. All right, you guys. So that was my sex dungeon. I'm kidding. My basement. I hope you guys really enjoyed how everything turned out. Thank you guys so much for being like interactive and helping me with some of the decisions. Again, a huge thank you to Colorado Basement Company, and as much details as I could, I left it down below in the description box, but leave me a comment down below if I'm missing anything that you guys really want to know. And even though I'm going through a lot of transition and sometimes these things about my home are a little bittersweet, it definitely brings me a lot of joy to be able to like exercise my creative passions in my home space, because it means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.